Well, hello, Ferla. How are you
Hi.
doing today?
Hi, Mimay. I am good. I'm feeling quite balanced today, actually. Professionally, I feel quite balanced. I'm very proud of myself.
Oh, good. Well, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about how you feel professionally balanced.
Yeah, I feel like I'm walking a tightrope and I'm really
Mm,
good at it. And I've been doing it a long time. And yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it. I feel like I'm walking a tightrope.
So let's elaborate on that a little bit more. Can you tell me more about kind of like what walking a tightrope feels like, and maybe like what the rope is like itself?
Yeah, the rope is narrow, it's wobbly. I'm carrying one of those long balancing sticks to
Mm-hmm.
keep me balanced. It also helps to remind me to stay centered. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
Okay. Well, that's a good description. So kind of going back to this balancing pole, um, What's what is it that you're balancing? If you could elaborate on that more.
oh man, people's needs, expectations, gaps, everything that we
Mm-hmm.
really talked about with the LAD stuff, doing things before they're asked, stepping in because something might fall apart, trying
Mm-hmm.
to make sure people don't, like handling anxiety before it starts, that kind of thing.
Mm.
All of that and way more, but generally that.
So how do you stay upright when you're balancing all of that?
Well, I have to travel light. So I basically set down anything that might throw me off. Um, like examples, I set down my need for time. I actually need more time
Mm.
between sessions. I get like 10 minutes, which is fine. Like I can handle that. But I'd also like to maybe just see like five people instead of seven people. Um, I noticed that I disagree softer. Like there's a lot of stuff that's being said in these meetings, and I don't know. I if I say anything at all, it's like much softer. If I have to go to the bathroom, sometimes I wait. I live paycheck to paycheck with a master's degree. Like there's a lot, actually. I mean, all right. So I will try not to complain here. But so basically what I do is I just focus on the client and then I don't create a wobble.
Mm. Okay. So what do you think happens to your needs in this process?
Well, I just ignore them, or at least at the very least, just make them smaller. Like I compress them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just it's almost like I just carry enough to just get across.
Mm-hmm. And if you try to carry everything, I imagine that's kind of like your needs and theirs. Oh, Ferla, are you here
I'm
still?
sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm with you.
Okay. Well, I was just contemplating, considering the information you're sharing with me, that it seems like you're carrying everything, like the needs of others and also theirs, that you have for yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's a lot.
it is. And I feel like,
And,
yeah, go ahead.
and in carrying all that, I mean, how does that make you feel if you have to try to carry everything?
If I carried everything, I wouldn't make it across.
Mm. So essentially, in order to do your job, right, you've had to set down your needs and values that steadied you.
I'm sorry, Mimay. It's Jan. Oh, hi, Jan. Yeah, I'm actually in a meeting right now. Can I give you a call back? Okay, great. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's Jan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So back to what I was talking about. So in order to do your job, it appears that you had to set down your needs and your values that once steadied you. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in some way, yes.
Um, so did it feel like a choice when you set them down?
No, not really. No, actually. It felt like it felt more like if I didn't just focus completely on the client, something bad would happen. Not in a dramatic way, but like people would feel anxious or the system wouldn't hold, or like technically I know a lot of this stuff is not my job, but if I see it, I can't not do it. So it's like a combination of all those things.
Mhm. So it kind of feels like you're kind of breaking and, like agreements or arrangements that you've not only made with others, but even with yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, in some way, for sure. It does feel like I'm kind of breaking like an this unspoken agreement of like
Hmm.
being a good therapist, of safety, of being reliable, of deserving the job, of just being good, you know,
Hmm. Good how?
like ethically, professionally, somebody who just cares. And I don't
Hmm.
know, I just don't want to be selfish, you know?
Hmm. Selfish. That's an interesting word here. So can you elaborate? Like, what does selfish look like when you're on that rope?
It looks like one of my colleagues. Like
Hmm.
she leaves when I would stay. It's almost like she doesn't see the gaps. And honestly, she looks fine. Like she looks unbothered. But
Hmm.
she also looks selfish, and that's just not my style.
I see. So what I'm hearing is that your style is to give where need exits and exists. So it's basically like, you have your needs that are going and you're focusing in on the greater good, of the whole, even if it comes at your own expense.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how to do anything different without becoming a different person. It's what I,
Mm-hmm.
you
So
know.
it's not that your values or needs have disappeared,
No, they're definitely still there.
hmm but they've just been out of reach for a long time. That's what I'm hearing you describe.
Yeah, and when they have been out of reach, and even when I think about pulling them back in, like I don't even know what I would do with them. Like I
Mm.
suspect I would feel calmer, but I don't know, also kind of exposed.
Hmm. Exposed as in how?
If I stop doing all of this stuff, if I stop compensating, people would start to see how much I've actually been holding. And I don't know, things might crack. I'm not sure the system would survive it, to be quite honest with you. I've been propping it up for so long that maybe they would start to look at me as the problem.
Hmm. Hmm. That really sounds very heavy, Ferla.
Yeah, it is. And I notice when I get frustrated that nobody takes care of me the way that I take care of people. It's honestly sad. I've always just wanted someone to listen to me like I listen to people.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I mean, that's why therapists exist, I suppose. It's just very frustrating.
Right. So basically, I'm hearing that this job requires you to lay down the things that steady and support you, and hope that someone else will hold you and care for you, but that no one shows up to do that.
Not most of the time.
Mhm. So Ferla, this sounds more like a balance problem, and you know, and more like well, it sounds less like a balance problem and more along the lines of a values problem. And it's not because your values are wrong. It's just that you've had to. carry things by yourself alone for so long, right?
Yeah.
You,
And
you've kind
yeah.
of had to set those values down in order to be able to hold that space for all of these other things and all of these other people.
Yeah. That's what happens. And I don't even see how to change it without everything changing.
So, what if that didn't require everything changing? What if it started with just setting down one thing, just one task, and noticing that that is connected in with that lane adjacency disorder moment? And open up the space to notice what's there, what's left.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
So I think this is where the LAD work really matters, and it helps you see where you're carrying responsibility. And that when you can see it for what it is, you can start to make some changes there. So when you start to set some of these things down that you've been carrying, you're not becoming selfish, you're creating margin, you're creating space. And that margin is what allows your needs and values to come back online.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've definitely, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. And I have been noticing the LAD stuff. I haven't done anything to change it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have been noticing it.
Well, noticing is where you start. And you're not failing at change. What you're doing is building permission. So we're going to keep working with this, slowly with witness, one step at a time. And I'm going to be right here with you.
I appreciate that, Mimay.
Well, I appreciate you, Ferla. I'm looking forward to our next session together. So keep noticing and keep creating that space of margin so you can figure out where, again, your values and your needs are.